Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review we're going to be looking at the Newage legendary heroes. He's got a really long name. He's called Massive Assault Specialist Caligari, but I'm going to be referring to him of course as Slicer. So what we're going to do with this video, we're going to unbox him in a second, have a look at the entire contents of the packaging. We are going to do a quick comparison with the original owner of the mold, and we're going to bring in loads, I say loads, I've only got 3 because I think that's all the ones that have ever been made, versions of Slicer, including the very first Action Master into the Botcon one, and of course the newer one. So we can bring in all these versions of Slicer just to see how he looks and compares with them. I will then of course bring in some other figures from other toy lines, including Newage as well, just to give you an idea of the scale and size of this figure. So as I'm starting to pop all these away, I'd like to remind anybody who's not subscribed to the channel, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now please, because it really will help me out. And also to thank Show Z, because that's where I purchased this from, and as you can see they got it to me nice and quickly. So yeah, this is made by Newage, and because it's made by Newage and it transforms, it's not licensed by Hasbro or Takara, so they can't call him by their official names. We've got some lovely artwork on the front, we've got some actual product shots there on the side and on the back, and there of course is the Newage logo. And again, these are what's known as legend scale transformers, and what Newage aim to do is when they're in robot mode, they aim them to scale perfectly with each other, exactly as they did in the cartoon. So this guy's quite small, but that's because obviously in the cartoon he wasn't the biggest either. So what have we got here? We've got the instructions, which to be honest I'm going to upload a transformation tutorial with this figure, even though it's going to be the original owner of the mold, because it's exactly the same, just different colors. And there you can see why, because it really is quite intricate. It's going to be uploaded separately because I want to keep the main length of this video down, because it does take such a long time. Right, let's get him out of the packaging. They always come with these little stickers on, and to be fair, I've got to confess, I don't think I've ever had an issue with any of them so far. That's all of the figures from third-party companies that come with these stickers that since I've been reviewing, which is coming up to nearly a year now, unbelievably, third-party figures. Thanks to Show Z and thanks to you guys, to be honest, who I suppose sort of talked me into moving into this sort of area. Right, I need to take this little bit of a sticker off because it's annoying me. Hopefully it won't take too long, but yeah, so this here, this is a die cast part by the feel of it. It feels nice and cold. I'm probably gonna have to leave that there for now, unfortunately, but I'm already loving the fact that it's got this lovely translucent red there. These really are small alternate modes. It really is a small figure. I did think that initially as soon as I saw the original one. So there is the original owner of the mold, and again this is like a cartoon based deco. There's going to be many other versions. There's a Marlboro version coming out, there's a toy version coming out, and I'll probably hopefully have them all in hand to do full comparisons with you then as well. So with regards to size and scale, let's move this out of the way. He's not much bigger than an original G1 Minibot, which isn't really that much bigger than a new Earthrise Micromaster. So this is a very small, as I say, alternate mode. It really is quite small. And with regards to scale, there's a Newage figure. That's definitely not right, is it? But as I say, it's based on when they are in what's the word I'm after, when they are in their robot modes. This is a Takara World's Smallest Transformer. This is a Dr. Wu Beachcomber, so all of these are nice and tiny, but this guy, as I say, the detail on him, you pay a bit more of a premium for Newage figures, and that's because, as I said in the first box, pretty much when I took them out of the box, some of this has got die cast parts. The transformation process, as you saw by the instructions, and maybe you've seen in the video or know this mold, is intricate, and when we get him into robot mode in a second, you're going to see how articulate he is, and that is why they are dubbed mini masterpiece figures. Now I'm just trying to see, no, I thought these were rubber, but they're not, but they are on individual pins, and they do roll around backwards and forwards, no issues whatsoever. The accessories that we've got are shoulder cannons and indeed a large blaster, so we'll see them in more detail, funnily enough, when we come right back now and he's going to be in his robot mode. Okay, then we're back and he's in his robot mode. Again, apologies, no transformation on here to keep the main length of the video down, and ironically enough, I did just use my own transformation process video on this to help me do him, and I did forget, you know, just I suppose how intricate all the legs and indeed the arm swivels are. So you can pretty much tell just by looking at it that there's a load of twisting, turning, etc. It's not one of the most easiest. It's not one of the easiest, to be fair, but it's also on the same hand, it's nothing like your X-Trans bots, which is too ridiculous in my sort of opinion, to be honest. But look how good this looks. I love this color scheme. It just works so well. The translucent red again is brilliant on the front. The red in the eyes is amazing. The gold touches are reflecting everywhere. The head itself will spin all the way around, and you can see it's on a mushroom peg, so it'll look up and down as well. These shoulders will give you the full T. They will go all the way around, completely unrestricted. You've then got a swivel underneath the shoulder. You've got basically a double bicep bend there, pretty much. You've then got the wrists do swivel as well, to be honest. They're quite awkward to get to be honest, though, but they do actually swivel. You've got a full waist swivel. You've got a mini ab crunch. It's not a huge one, but then you've got the hips, which will go all the way out to the sides and further up. That's, you know, that's Van Damme on the chairs in Bloodsport. It's way higher than the normal splits. They will kick back. How far back will they go? Yep, they're just tight. Everything's just really tight. It's a brand new figure, so it's going to kick all the way back until it gets caught there. Then it'll come forwards, knee bend, and then all of this whole device here, ankle tilt, rock, bend, etc. It's fully articulate and indeed fully posable, and once again, that is why they get the name mini masterpieces. So we've got the large gun here, which again is brilliant. Lovely translucent red. I'm gonna pop that in this hand, I think, even though in the picture in front of me it's in the other hand. And then we've got two tiny little cutouts either side of the head, and it looks like, even though again, this is the annoying thing with the third-party figures, the instructions a lot of the time are useless and they don't show you how to use all the accessories. That looks really good. Very impressed with that. Right, there is the first ever appearance of Slicer from the Action Masters, again from Generation 1. Then we had this particular version, which is like a BotCon one, shall we say, or it might be the Collectors Club. It's one of them anyhow. It's one of their exclusive figures, so you can see the homages then with the large guns. And in fact, let's move all these over, and then we've been treated very recently to another version of this particular figure, like so. And of course, they've used the wheeljack mold, the same as everybody else is doing as well. So let me move that out of the way. They all look great together, to be honest. Can't wait, as I say, to get the Marlborough version as well. Right, let's move these out of the way. So for those of you who collect New Age figures, I was going to say you're in luck. I've got a few of them here, to be honest, way more than normal. It's just the way that the reviews have decided to line themselves all up. So there's the Dinobots, which of course he created. Then we've got, I'll go with the normal David, to be fair, which is their take on an Optimus. So there we go. That's New Age. So they're all going to scale together pretty well. This is a Magic Square figure, which, to be fair, scales pretty good as well. Iron Factory doesn't, you know, it's about the same, to be fair, but most Iron Factory figures that I've had the experience with are slightly different from the G1 design. They're like samurais, etc., but that scales pretty good. As I say, you forget that Wheeljack was quite small in the cartoon. And then we've got a Mechanic, funny enough, Shattered Glass Mechanic Studios version of Sandstorm. So as I say, these are the sort of figures that they're all going to scale pretty well with. With regards to other toy lines, if none of you collect them, let's bring a few in just to give you an idea. So these obviously aren't for display ideas. This is just to give you an idea, if you collect different toy lines, how big he actually is. So you can see there, he's a little bit smaller than your core class figures, which you don't normally get. That is, as I say, very small. So Micromaster size is in between Micromaster and core class. So obviously Deluxe is way bigger. Where's a Voyager one? Here's a Voyager one that's just going to tower above him, so there's no point going much bigger than that. So they're all official figures, just to give you an idea. So we've seen the New Age, we've seen the others. I think, as I say, you've got a pretty good idea how big he is. He's a lot of fun, and again, I say this with every company, I love the fact that we use all the different molds over and over again, just to give us many different opportunities. In fact, I think he's that small. He's going to be smaller than Dr. Wu's. Here he is, slightly small. I'll go with the characters, of course. He should be huge compared to him, but if you've got a Dr. Wu Ultra Magnus, that is how big he is. Right, really don't think there's much more to say. I haven't done Generation 1, have I? Generation 1, robot modes. Really don't think there's much more to say about this particular guy. He is just, again, a straight up deco with some different accessories of the wheeljack mold that they called Hammond. But again, great little addition to the collection. Nice to be able to have all the variants to choose from. Let me know what you think of him in the comments, guys, and of course, take care.